Welcome, welcome. I'm thrilled that you could join me for this week's Angel Messages. My name's Elizabeth Harper from sealwithlove.com and intuitivesoulcircle.com. Before we get started with our messages, make sure that you have my Healing with the Angels course. It's free. 3 things your angels want you to know, plus a wonderful meditation to really support you as you connect with your healing angels. I get so many messages about that meditation, how wonderful it is, how energizing, healing, connecting, everything, all these amazing energies. So do make sure that you get the Healing with the Angels course. There's a link in the description. If you're on Instagram, then just go to the link in my bio. Otherwise, go to my website, sealwithlove.com, and you'll find it there. Okay, so we have a full moon coming up in Aries around the 17th. And it's a supermoon. You can already feel that energy. Aries is very much about the self. Fiery, passionate. So when I tuned into this, I was immediately drawn to the inner child cards. So these are tarot cards, but they're really sweet. There's a sweetness about them. So I was also guided to choose them ahead of time. So we have a card for everyone, and then there's our usual 1, 2, 3 cards. So what I would love you to do is place your hands over your heart if it feels right for you. Invite your angels to guide you to message 1, 2, or 3. A message that comes from their heart to yours. All right? Okay. So our first card for everyone is the 8 of Hearts. So you see that? It's such a beautiful energy. It's so gentle. It's so loving. There is an infinity sign, you see, between the 2 mermaids, and the mermaids are, it's a mermaid and a merman. So there's a male and female vibration that's there. And then you see all these hearts on the waves. So there is a sense of being in tune with the ebbs and flows of everything that is going on in and around our lives at this time. And it's important to find balance within yourself, within the relationships around you, that male-female vibration. And male-female doesn't necessarily mean man, woman. It's about the qualities of that male-female energy. So with the male, it can be action, taking action, moving forward, maybe nudging you to do something. And the female energy is creative, it's imaginative, it's intuitive, and it's just using that energy to guide you along your path, but not sitting back. It's about taking action and moving forward. And it's with the ebbs and the flows of life. So this is saying that, you know, there can be some ups and downs, but keep going. Keep moving forward. When I tune into this, the number 8, it's the 8th year. And it just feels like, especially with the full moon in Aries, it's almost like some part of your life is coming full circle. Some part of your life may be completing. And there's going to be this new beginning on the other side of it. And with this 8 vibration, we think of as above, so below, right? There is a sense of thinking about what you want to create between now and the end of the year, and thinking now about what you want to create next year. Next year is a 9 year, it's a completion year. So there is this, we could say it's a completion year, but 9 is the number that is ruled by Mars. So there is an aspect of this that is very much about tying up loose ends and then moving into new beginnings. But there's a balance in it. The balance of the infinity sign, the balance of the male and female, the balance of the ebbs and flows. There's a lot of balance in here. So it's not about completely ending everything. There is this balance of ending, balance of new beginnings. And it's really to find yourself in that place of groundedness, especially with the water element, right? Of groundedness and openness, going with the flow. That's it, going with the flow and not resisting, just going with the energy. Lots of light in there as well, which I love. All right, that's for all of us. Number 1. If you chose number 1, you get the Guardian of Crystals. This is Gaia. So beautiful energy of Gaia coming in. You see she's holding the earth right there. And she's holding it almost like she's pregnant with it. Or although it's not completely looking that way, it's just my sense of it. It's like, again, this full circle. So there is a cycle in your life that is completing, that is ending. And what's interesting actually in the inner child cards, in the crystals, the crystal suit begins with Gaia and ends with Gaia. There is a completion of part of your life. You've come a full cycle in it. And it's to look back on that, review it with love, look back on all the things that you did right, all the things that you're proud of, all the things that you have appreciated and feel blessed by. And there is a sense with this of not looking back on things that were negative or that you judge or you might criticize yourself about. That this is looking back with love, looking back at relationships, looking back at decisions that you made. There is a sense here of, again, planning. Just like I said with the first card that was for everyone, there is a feeling of planning the next stage of your life. And the next stage of your life could be the next 9 months, next 9 years. It could be even longer, the rest of your life. So I feel as if the angels are saying, what do you want to bring into the world? What do you want to bring in that will support you and will also support Gaia? And you might think, well, how can I support Gaia? Is that with the environment? Is that with what I do with recycling, etc.? But I'm feeling that it's more about who you are and how you manifest your light in this planet, in this realm of reality. If you were to pass into spirit, what do you want to leave behind? I also keep getting this very strong sense of, with crystals particularly, of creating a crystal grid. I always love crystal grids. It's creating a crystal grid for your next step. Whatever that next step may be, create a grid. And especially around the full moon. I mean, usually with crystal grids, we might create them around the new moon. But with this full moon, it could be a completion. So it might be creating a crystal grid for completion and your next step. All right. Number two, you have 6 of Hearts. So when you look at that card, all mermaids, aren't they? I just love that. There's one mermaid at the top. That mermaid is helping all the other mermaids up. So a part of this message is about receiving support, getting support, and helping others. So where are you in that card? Who would you be? Would you be this mermaid up here with the stalk? Stalks are about new beginnings, about rebirth, about creating something maybe from nothing. It's often why you get stalks with births, right? We think of babies coming with stalks. So there's a stalk and there's a mermaid here. Here, are you the mermaid in the water that is receiving help from others? Who would you be in that card? So there is a sense here of giving, receiving, being open to accept help from others. And when you accept help, you're accepting the help from those who are just like you, who have been in the same boat as you. Which is perfect with the water, right? It's almost a feeling of reconnection with family, with friends. You may find yourself in the next week or so reaching out to loved ones on the physical realm, maybe in spirit as well. I feel like there's a celebration coming up as well with this. It's not going to be for everybody that's chosen number 2, but there is a sense of celebration and everyone coming together and maybe even everybody creating that celebration together. There's a feeling of education and a new door that's opening up. So where would you be in that? What message would you take from all of that? I feel like your angels are coming in to say there's an opportunity that's coming up for you as well. There's a new door that is ready to open up. But it's almost as if you need to start reaching out for that opportunity. So it's not necessarily going to suddenly land in your lap. It might be something that you need to start opening yourself up and reaching out to different people to find out about what's available for you. Oh, I love that. Right, final card. Another crystal. It's interesting that the cards are hearts and crystals. So this one is 7 of crystals, right? Yeah, 7 of crystals. So you see there's a little gnome girl, and she's lighting candles. She's sitting on a rainbow rug, which I just love. So there's a feeling of this, it sort of looks like it's wintertime. She is bringing light into her life. So there's a memory that's here, because if you look, she has little daisies in her hair. So I almost feel with this that it's saying there's so much life that is there for you, that it may look as if things have stood still. You're not moving anywhere, not going anywhere, nothing's happening. But I feel that the message here is that you make the difference. You create everything in your life. So start lighting a candle for what it is you want to manifest. Bring more light into your everyday living. How would you do that? By meditation, calling in the light, focusing on the positive, focusing on what you want and what you don't want, focusing on the beautiful colors within your own personal rainbow, and really bringing everything into balance. And making the most of where you are right now, and not focusing on the negative, focusing on the positive. It's like that song, it makes me think of the Bing Crosby song, access the positive, right? Or accentuate the positive. When I feel into this as well, there is a sense of a blessing. It's blessing everything that you have in your life. It's like creating a recipe for something. You're looking for all the ingredients that in your home, in your being, in your everyday life, and it's bringing all the ingredients that are available to you together to create the recipe that is going to support you in your next step. So what would those ingredients be? They might be you shining your light. They might be you being positive. They might be you being incredibly creative. They might be you reaching out to somebody. They might, all these different ingredients that are there. Let's say 3 ingredients. What 3 ingredients will really support you to create a recipe for your next step? What would that be? It's a little different, isn't it? And I love this as well, that she has a red hat and pink right here. In Orosoma, there's a bottle called Artemis. It's red on top, pink on the bottom. And Artemis is the archer. And Artemis, or Diana, guides her arrow where she needs to go. So there is a sense with this of, it's a time where it might look as if nothing's happening, but focus your energy on the light that is you. Let that light expand. Really have an intention that your next step is ahead. You're targeting it. It just might not be this very moment. You're just creating the space for it. I love that. Thank you so much, as always, for being with me. I just love doing this. I love connecting with the angels, and I love sharing the messages that come through. Thank you for sharing my work. Remember to get the Healing with the Angels course, and I'll see you next week. Angel blessings to you. Bye for now.